Today we're going to compare the Bugaboo Fox 5 and the Uppababy Vista V3, two of the better, larger-sized, terrain-capable strollers on the current market in our opinion. So let's jump straight into it then, looking at the advantages and disadvantages of each model in turn, and focusing on their differences in terms of child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics, before ending with a discussion of under what conditions and uses one might make a better purchase over the other. And beginning with the Fox 5, the model weighs in at 12.2 kilos and folds down to 44 by 60 by 90 centimeters as a single piece with either the seat or bassinet. It can take 22 kilos in the seat and 10 kilos in the underslung shopping basket. Looking at child comfort, the Fox comes with both seat and bassinet elements included that are attachable to the same frame. As far as the seat is concerned, the model has a bucket design with a telescopically extendable leg rest and a canopy that can be raised to provide additional headroom. Size-wise, the seat has an inside width of 36 centimeters and a total length for the sitting surface of 101, meaning the combined lengths of the backboard, baseboard, and leg rest when extended, which can be increased to 108 by raising the canopy. When it comes to other aspects of the seat, the textiles have a quality feel, the canopy is extendable and provides more than adequate sun coverage, and the harness is easy to use, expandable, and set up in such a way that the belts hold themselves out from the seat back, so that you don't have to fumble for straps under your kid. For the newborn period, the Fox is compatible with a wide range of car seats and comes with that bassinet, which, like the seat, is well padded and has a premium feel. It has ventilation both in the canopy, as well as a wide panel lower at the head, a mesh overlay atop the mattress that provides additional temperature control, and is overnight approved in several regions if used with the bassinet stand. Moving on to parent comfort, the Fox's handle is adjustable between 92 and 108 centimeters, while the shopping basket is large and easy to access. With regards to folding, the Fox folds down via a one-handed process and can be folded to a single standing piece with the seat facing either forwards or backwards, as well as with the bassinet, and it can also be unfolded without needing to fiddle with triggers or locking flaps. As far as how the model feels to use, the Fox has a strong, substantial feel with well-fitted elements that aren't noisy or loose, and the use of lighter weight components, in particular the plastic joints, as well as suspension built into the central bar, give the model a light and springy feel despite its size. When it comes to driving performance, the Fox excels at tackling both rougher conditions like cobblestones, gravel, or dirt roads, while simultaneously is also quite light to maneuver on smoother terrain as well, thanks in particular to raised ridges on the model's wheels. Shock absorption is spread across the model, where the main suspension is in the central bar, which is then aided by additional suspension lower down, the choice of tires, and the ability of its many strong plastic joints to flex as they absorb jolts from bumpy ground. Alright, let's move on to the Vista V3 then, which weighs in at a slightly heavier 12.5 kilos with the seat, and folds down to a slightly wider, though also shorter and narrower, 31 by 65 by 85 centimeters. Like the Fox, it can carry 22 kilos in the seat, but has a higher weight capacity of 13.6 in the underslung shopping basket. When it comes to child comfort, the seat and bassinet are entirely different elements with the Vista, allowing one to avoid the assembly needed to switch between them that you have with the Fox. The Vista's seat also has a bucket design with a raisable canopy, though its leg rest is hinged, allowing for significantly more legroom for older toddlers if you fold it down and use a front frame mounted footrest. As far as the dimensions of the Vista's seat go, it's narrower than the Fox's at 30 centimeters, has an identical length for the sitting surface, but also has a total longer length of 129 as a result of that extra space provided by that hinged leg rest. Looking at other aspects of the seat, the Vista's textiles also have a quality feel, and the canopy is similarly extendable and provides more or less equal sun coverage, with the only notable difference being that, when extended, there's a ventilation panel in the back that unfortunately lacks a flap to cover it. That being said, there are a couple of additional positives with the Vista's seat not shared by the Fox, in a removable liner covering a large mesh window that allows for more ventilation in warmer climates, as well as a handy magnetic buckle. With regards to the newborn period, the Vista's bassinet is also soft and well padded, is overnight approved even without the stand, which makes a difference for travel, and can also be doubled over for use on several other models from Uppababy. In addition, the Vista is also compatible with an even wider range of car seats via an adapter for Chico seats in addition to the standard Cybex Nuna Maxi-Cusi type. And there's also the possibility of buying the stroller for a lower price without the bassinet, allowing you to use their infant snug seat instead, which costs significantly less. Moving on to parent comfort, the Vista has a somewhat shorter range of handle height, from 101 to 108 centimeters, while its shopping basket is even larger and more accessible due to the way it protrudes off the rear frame. As far as folding is concerned, the process is not complicated with the Vista, though there are several negatives in comparison to the Fox, in that folding requires two hands. The model can only be folded down as a single piece, with the seat facing forwards, not when parent facing or with the bassinet. When folded, there's no easily accessible crossbar to lift the model with, as the Fox has with its central bar, and there's also a locking flap that needs to be flipped open for unfolding. All that being said, there is one positive with folding versus the Fox in my opinion, in that the Vista's hinged leg rest makes the folded package a bit more compact and less awkward feeling when packing the model away. With regards to how the Vista feels to use, the handle sits a little looser than the Fox's right out of the box, but otherwise, it's also quite sturdy feeling, with a stiffer, more rigid, and more metallic feel. It's also a bit larger than the Fox, which makes it a little less sleek and maneuverable, though the added length is of course necessary for the Vista's tandem function, that in itself may be a significant advantage over the Fox, depending on your needs. Looking lastly at driving, the Vista can essentially go anywhere the Fox can, and its spring-loaded suspension struts are a bit bouncier than what you get with the Fox, but at the same time, its harder, slightly smaller wheels and more rigid design unfortunately make the Vista a bit more shaky over continuously rough ground, like old-style cobblestones or uneven icy sidewalks, and the seat frame also sits a little loose on the chassis, which can make it shake around a bit in these kind of conditions. It's also important to note that in tandem mode, the Vista is a lot heavier to steer and tip than with only one child, and gets even more uncomfortable over rough ground, in that the added weight in front makes it harder to wrestle your way around or over obstacles. So which of these models would I recommend getting then? The larger size of these models makes both most recommendable for parents who tend to get around without a car, will be out for long hours daily, and need a stroller that's a bit more terrain capable than average. Within these parameters, the Fox has somewhat more manageable dimensions in my opinion, is a bit more user-friendly with regards to its folding characteristics, and is a better choice overall for rougher terrain, if you plan on a bit of regular off-roading, or live somewhere with a fair amount of snow. While the Vista, on the other hand, has that larger storage basket, which is awesome for shopping groceries on foot, tandem capability, and has a somewhat wider range of newborn options. Durability is more or less equal between these two models in my opinion, though as far as after-sales services go, Bugaboo offers a longer guarantee when you register, 4 as opposed to 3 years, while in the US specifically, Uppababy has developed a strong repair center network and has shown themselves to be very accommodating when it comes to helping parents even after the guarantee period is up. In any case, we hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we ask that you subscribe, as it helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about either of these models, we have standalone reviews for both of them, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page, which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle-related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.